Hello, Beez Bladers. Welcome back and welcome newcomers to the channel. I have my voice back. You better watch out. I have two new off-grid knives to share with you guys and gals today. They were both sent in from a subscriber that wants to remain anonymous. Thank you very much for contacting me and asking if I wanted to check these out. But this is the first one, and this is the Off-Grid Knives Rhino V2. Would you look at it? Just look at it. I'm already seeing some great texture, and it feels good. It feels real good. Look at this big old back spacer going on, and right off the bat, look at that deep carry, reversible pocket clip, baby. That's what I'm talking about. 3 screws back here. D-shaped pivot. We're going to take this apart and see what it looks like on the inside here in just a minute after I show you both knives, but I want to make sure I show you both sides of this bad boy, and look at this. Jimping done right all the way around the flipper, and I can feel it on the side, so my finger isn't gonna miss. You ready? Pow! Right in the kisser. Oh yeah, look at that. No wonder they called it the Rhino. I mean, holy cow, it looks like a rhino horn. I mean, duh. Check that out. Look at this blade. Beautiful stonewash. There's the insignia of Off-Grid Knives, which is very nice, very, very nice. Here's this side of the blade. And yeah, we're talking 154 cm. You know I like me some 154 cm. Really tall grind. Nice flat grind. Goes all the way up. Starts about right here. So you're going to have this is going to have good geometry going on. And wait a minute. Hold on. Pretty good jimping. We'll check this out when we check out the ergos here in just a second. But here's a look at this side. And then if you want to take a screenshot, here's a look at this side. And were those, you know what? T8 body screws. Very nice. Very, very nice. And inside there, it looks like we have T6s, but look at that. That is a super plus. The clip is inset into the G10, so there's no screws, no mushrooms growing in the shade, nothing to grab your pocket. Excellent. Now, I'm pretty sure they have 2 different colorways, color variations. This one's the blackout, and I really like that black hardware. And just a good look at this texture. Give you a little bit of texture vision. Oh, yeah. I'm loving it. You know I'm all about my texture. Oh, there we go. Found the light. Found it, baby. And how's our lockup while we're up here checking it out? Lockup's right in the middle where we want it. And how about centering? Centering is good. And are we solid? Ooh, it snaps out with authority. It is solid left and right. Solid up and down, which is very nice. Very, very nice. And let me see how it is in and out of the pocket. I know it's going to be good. Oh yeah, so no problems at all whatsoever out of the pocket. I will make one mention though, there is not a flat area right here, so you have all of this texture. Whenever you have this much texture, that is something to consider if you're going in and out of the pocket a lot. It has a strong clip, and you are going to wear at the corners of your pocket whenever you have something with a lot of texture and a nice tight pocket clip. You got to have them tight, right? So let's check it out on a piece of paper. I like to do this for fun. It doesn't always mean that's the edge you're getting, but it is nice when you get it super sharp right out of the box. Are you ready? Ooh, oh, like butter. Ooh, like butter. Can you hear it? Just hear it. Oh yeah, it is super clean, no hang-ups. I could do this all day long. Oh, very nice, very, very nice. That is always a joy. We'll do a couple quick size comparisons and then we'll check out the action and the ergos. And I believe these run around 97-ish. I'll definitely put a link in the description so you can go check out all the goodies. I know it has a 3.5-inch blade. It weighs around 6.5 ounces. And here is the QSP Penguin. Everybody's got to have a penguin, right? And one you haven't seen in a while, the CJRB Feldspar. It's the Feldspar, which is still a fantastic knife and an awesome price. By the way, if you're new to the knife community, this is the Feldspar, but I just can't say it that way. I don't know how that happened. And here, another very popular knife is the Ontario Rat, and one of my favorites, the Spyderco Tenacious. So you can see this is not a little boy. This is a beefy one. And I'll throw up just 2 more here, but how about the Spyderco Manix 2, one of my all-time favorite working knives. And then last but not least, The KIZER sheepdog, full-size sheepdog. So you can see we're not messing around. Full-size, full-length handle, plenty of grip. We're going to check out the grip and the ergos in action right now. So let's see what kind of action we're working with. And a shout out to all the subscribers and patrons and channel members. You're all freaking amazing, and I hope everyone's having a fantastic day. And a shout out to all of you that are finding the knife community for the first time. You're going to absolutely love it. You're going to like it a lot. Are you ready? Pow! Right in the kisser. Wow, that is a snap. And, almost drop shutty. We'll see when we take it apart. And something I'm noticing, this jimping is working great. I'm not having to concentrate and worry about slipping off. Very nice, very snappy. Can we do the push button? Yes. Ooh, that is nice. That is very nice. That is super snappy. And this is one where there's enough blade. If I want to do a little short, little swingy, if I want to do a little swingy swing, all right, let's check out the ergos. All right, okay, so this is comfortable. I can already tell. From here to here, my hand's 4 inches. From here to here is 3.5. From the bottom of my palm to the tip of my little finger is 7.25. And the ergos, oh, yeah. Give it the old bee squeeze. Yeah, that is comfortable. Ooh, yeah, it's comfortable. Mamacita. It's very nice. Just a little bit of shape going on. I like it when there's a little, but not a lot. I'm good with I'm good with nerdle. I like nerdle neutral handles. All right. Yes. Oh, yeah. Okay, look at this. This thumb ramp works. A lot of times thumb ramps are a little too early and I have to squish my hand up like this to do that business. This one, yeah, pretty nice. Now, I am throwing the pocket clip. I'm going to call that, I won't call it a hot spot, but it is pretty darn warm. Now, when I'm using the traditional grip like this, I'm not feeling the pocket clip at all. You can see it's past my hand down here. But when I move back to this position, that pocket clip is hanging out back here, and the edge of that pocket clip is getting me. It's almost hot. It's almost a hot spot. It's warm. It's not hurting my feelings too bad. And then how about like this? If you're gonna do some cutting like this, a little bit of utility style cutting, fits the hand very nicely. And the reverse grip, oh yeah, you've got that all day long. That is comfortable. So my only little nitpick so far would be that pocket clip. I'm saying if it could be moved over just a tad and maybe in just a little bit, it might be, if you'll look right here, you can see it is sticking out past the butt of the blade. So that would be a nitpick. And then sharpening wise, we're sharpened right just past, right here's the plunge grind. So we do have a little bit of area there. If that's a thing that you do and you sharpen your knives. But wow, that is very nice, very comfortable. And the action is very nice. The pass through is money. Easy. Plenty of pass through. You can get your finger in there, left or right-handed. And I do love when a knife is reversible like that. So all in all, my first impressions are pretty darn good. We're going to take this apart here in just a minute. But next, let me show you this little dude. Are you ready for it? Yeah, you probably knew you probably knew what was coming up. Yes. It's the Off-Grid Knives Baby Rhino. So this is going to be pretty much a replica of the other one, but a lot smaller. So if you have knife blade restrictions and size restrictions and things like that, you're not going to have to worry about it. And I'll put them up side by side here in just a second. This is going to be a great secondary carry. Look at this. Same thing. It's a reversible pocket clip. This pocket clip is also just about even, maybe just sticking out just a tad, but this is going to be a different situation because it's shorter. We have a G10 back spacer, and are those T8s also? Are you kidding me? Those might be T6s. Yeah, those look like T8s. Very nice. Very, very nice. All right, you ready to see this, dude? Pow! More like snip, right in the snipper. Check it out. Now this one, they also have the blacked out versions, like the regular. You can get the blacked out, and then there's this version. I always put links so you can go check them out and see more about them and get all the sizes and that kind of thing. This one weighs right around 3.2 ounces, somewhere right around there, and the blade is 2.5 inches. So you're going to be safe. Always check your the local knife laws, and then there's an app you can get also. If you go to either the Play Store or the iPhones, wherever you get those apps from, you can look up Knife Right's Blade app, and it'll probably you'll find it. It's free, and you can look up and see what the knife laws are in your area. But I digress. Check out that gray wash. That is very nice. Very, very nice. Still has the goop on it. Check that out. Nice looking edge on it. And the jimping, okay, all right. So this one is a little different. We have jimping. It's good and grippy. So this one's got to be a little bit different in the hand. Just about the same on the length from the plunge grind to your sharpened edge. Your pass-through, oh, the pass-through's looking good. Yeah, I think this one's going to be a winner for sure. What is the lockup? Lockup's right in the middle where we want it. And are we centered? You know, if I had to say, I would say maybe just a hair towards the show side. How solid are we? Left and right, feels like a fixed blade. Up and down, absolutely solid. No play whatsoever. And let's see how it does on a piece of paper. And before I forget, here is a little bit of texture vision for you. You know, it's almost like the texture has been scaled down just like with the knife. It feels really good. Man, it is so grippy, but it's not aggressive, if that makes any sense. Okay. All right, not as sharp as the last one. If you can hear, it's cutting it, but not quite as smooth as the bigger one. See there? So this one could probably use a strop. Now, what if I go back the other direction? Cutting backwards is not my thing. All right, so not too bad. This one could use a little bit of a strop. And I don't know if I showed you, but would you look at that? Just look at it. Sandvik 14C28N, baby, that's what I'm talking about. Let's do a couple quick size comparisons so you can see how small or big this little bad boy is. Here is the CJRB Malia, one of my favorite little fifth pocket carry knives, and that's what this is gonna, you know, this might just actually be a good fifth pocket carry. Here's the KIZER Mini October, or the October Mini, right in that size range. All right, I have a couple more here. How about the Banter? Now, the baby Banter's upstairs. My wife has been carrying that one. It would probably be more comparable to the baby Banter, but you know I have to bring out the QSP Penguin. There's the Penguin. So if you have a Penguin, you know this is not a big knife. This is going to be probably a nice little 3-finger knife. And one more, last but not least, got to show you this one. Okay, all right, pretty close. The KIZER Mini Sheepdog. Yeah. So if you take off a little bit of handle of the Sheepdog, you have just about, well, you're just about working with the same size. And before we see how it feels in hand, let's look at this. Here is the Rhino V2. So you can see, you know, there's actually room for a schmedium, like a medium-sized Rhino in there. This is definitely going to be a good accompaniment to this big boy. Somebody who said, hey, can I borrow a knife? You're like, what are you cutting? Here you go. Give them that. But they might look at this and be like, oh my Lord. All right, how's it going to do? Pow. That's telling you what. More of a snip. Just because it's a smaller knife, it's like snip right in the snipper, but it is very fast. I mean, the detent is very good on this one. Wow. How about the other one? How's the detent on this one? The detent's good, larger blade, not quite as fast. This one comes snapping out with authority. Easy to push button. I mean, that's as fast as a switchblade gets right there. Look at that. You can't even hardly see it happen. Do the whole light switch very easily. The pass-through works great. I wouldn't mind just a hair more. Maybe it's just because it's a smaller knife, but it is easy. I'm not having to dig my finger. It is easy to operate. I've had easier and I've had a lot rougher, but yeah, that's not too shabby. And, of course, left-handed, how we working? Oh, yeah. Very nice. And my hand, you already know the size of my hand. I already told you that just a minute ago. Let's see how it feels in the hand. All right, definitely a 3-finger knife. I mean, I could get a fourth, about 3.5 fingers on there, but super comfortable. Now, this one, the pocket clip's not bothering me at all. Not at all. Not bothering me. And this works. As a 3-finger knife, I have a locked grip. My hand is not going anywhere. I mean, I feel super locked in. If I want to really get in it to win it, I'm good to go on that. Now, when I'm really bearing down like right now, you know, I'm simulating really getting into it, then I am feeling the pocket clip. So this edge right here, I'm feeling it. It's a little warm when I'm really squeezing, like I'm pushing hard. Now, doing pull cuts, I'm not feeling the pocket clip at all. This jimping, look at that. Very nice. Ooh, yeah. Look at that. That is comfortable. That jimping, my hand, my finger, my thumb. What is that thing? My thumb is not slipping off, so I have good grip, good lock on it. Very nice. This is a knife. It's a nice knife. There I am with the putty tat thing again. All right, I tell you what, let's take the original, or rather the V2, let's take it apart and then we'll come back. All right, let's get in here and see what it looks like. You know, I haven't done any recommendations in a while. Definitely get you a Weehaw bit set. This is my recommendation right now. If you want to be able to do the knife maintenance like I do, and I'll put a link up there where you can check out my other knife videos. This right here is, I think it's just a great deal. Not only do you get a cool bit driver, but it has all the bits that you need, but there's sometimes when you need two, and if you get you one of these sets, you'll have two drivers in case you get one of the dreaded knives that doesn't have a D-shaped pivot. You'll be set, and you won't be sitting there stuck. Now, I broke this the other day. Well, I didn't break it, but I've had it a year and a half, and I finally managed to pull it all the way out. It does stop now. This is awesome. Definitely, this is awesome. I always put the two most common ones that I use upside down. So let's see how difficult or easy this is going to be. Thank you, everyone, for joining me. This has been a great weekend. Knives Live 2022 was awesome. We did a 24-hour live stream with all the other knife channels, and let me concentrate. All right, there we go. Very nice. Ooh, boy, it feels like they used some thread locker, some locker of the thread in there. And yes, definitely used a little bit of thread locker action. And it was a great weekend. A lot of awesome live streams and talking about knife rights in the U.S. It is an awesome thing. They are doing awesome things. Go check out kniferights.org. And there you go. There you go. I like that this is also magnetized, so it brings your screw out with it. And when you're taking your screws out, make sure you're careful. Press, put even pressure on both sides. Push from this side. Pay attention. Don't do it nonchalantly. You don't want to strip your screws. All right, and we need a T6. And I have my T6 out here. So, if you haven't been there, every Friday night, 8:15 p.m. to at least 11:15 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, Beez Blades live at the Hive. All right. We have a ton of fun, and it's the knife community. If you were looking for talking about knives, and we don't just talk about that. We talk from everything from knives to you name it. Shoveling snow, adulting, whatever. But we have a great time. You will be blown away how friendly everyone is. You talk about a bunch of very nice, friendly, non-judgmental people. If you have questions about knives, that is the place. Oh, well, I guess it would come apart if I take all the screws out. One more body screw right there. But if you have questions about knives or any of the knives that have been on the channel, that is the place to come, because you will get your questions answered by a lot of folks that have learned a lot, and we learn from each other. All right. So I'm sitting here talking and doing three things at the same time. We pay attention. So there's the inside of the scale, which is very nice and clean. And are we going to come off of here? Oh, look at that big old hole milled out there for a little bit of weight reduction. And here's the inside. That is nice and clean. What is that? All right, I have a rag here with a little bit of rubbing alcohol. Not very much. It looks like it's dried out already. Let me get some more. But all that's for is just so if you want to wipe it off, if you have a knife that's dirty. This one isn't dirty at all. It's super clean. Look at that. There's your ceramic ball bearings. And what is that right there? That looks like, we will clean this off. That looks like maybe just a little bit of Loctite on that ball bearing. So we'll get that cleaned off. Let's take a closer look here. It's either some schmutz or some Loctite or thread locker. All right, so here's your back spacer, but this is what it looks like. That easy to take apart. Get her all cleaned up, and then we'll get it back together and see if the action's even better. This thing already has really good action. I mean, live action. Does anyone know what that comes from? What that saying comes from? Live action. I do. I'm just curious if anybody recognizes what that comes from. All right, did that come off? Let's take a look here. Yeah, it looks like it's starting to. Okay, there we go. Just want to rub that back. You got to rub it back and forth to get it off. I literally did not just say that. All right, let's take a look. So it's clean on this side, and I believe we've got it all off. So it's a good thing, and that's what you can do. You can take your knife apart, and if you have a question of whether it's going to ruin a warranty or that's a concern for you, you can always look up the knife, go to the website, and you do that. You clean your knives and take them apart at your own risk. You know, it's a matter of whether, you know, how precious the knife is and whether what kind of customer service. I'm pretty sure Off Grid Knives has really good customer service. All right, so let's put this bad boy back together. We have it cleaned off. Well, before I get ahead of myself, let's clean this off while we're doing it. And there's your D-shaped pivot, which is very nice, very, very nice. And then I shut that in there. I got to tell you, it was for all of you that usually watch the channel, and you made comments in the last video or the video before that. When I lost my voice, it was very interesting. Luckily, my voice came back before the live stream, or as we call it, the Hive stream, live at the Hive. So I'm just cleaning that out. You see, it did get just a little bit of stuff out, but overall, it's really clean. I'm going to get some KPL. And if you're driving right now, don't look, don't watch. You can watch this when you get home. But I know a lot of us, myself included, when I get off work, I watch YouTube or I listen to YouTube. And it's knife content. Sometimes that's the only time I'm able to listen to knife content. So this is KPL, which stands for Knife Pivot Lube. This is heavy. I put that in the detent hole. And then we're going to get some KPL Knife Pivot Lube Original. And I have 10% off of KPL. There's links to all the knives that you see on the channel, maintenance supplies, anything you see me using. There's a link down there. There's a maintenance section, a sharpening supply section. I'm just going to get some of this KPL, put on the inside, round the outside, round the outside. But this will just help it, give it a little bit of looby-doob action. And I'm just going to get just a little bit more, just a little bit. And I'm excited because some of the knives that I'm about to share with you guys and gals are awesome. And we have a lineup and a half, a bunch of really cool knives that are over there on the shelf. Little teaser. I'm not telling you what they are, but I'm telling you that they are sweet. And we have quite a lineup coming. And here's your stop pin. Nice heavy duty stop pin. I'll put that stop pin back in its home. Get in your home. It's your home. Well, I'm not getting it in the hole. All right, let me get my little doodad on here. Get that dude on. Just wipe a little bit on there. Get that nice and clean. Or not. It's already clean, but I'm just getting the KPL spread out. You don't have to. Some people just put a drop on both sides and they're done with it. Well, you know, you can do it however you feel fit, however you see fit. Just don't have a fit while you're doing it. And I'm telling you what, I keep knocking this, get in there, get in there. All right, I keep knocking it out. And I tend to put my little ceramic bearings back in the direction that I find them. I'm not sure that it actually makes that much of a difference. I get asked that often. There's been a couple times where I could tell it made a difference in the fit, but most of the time, in my experience, it doesn't really matter. Now, something I'm going to do, you can see the direction that my D-shaped pivot is faced. You can go in here like this to turn it and then have it match up with everything. And, ooh, yeah, feels like it's all clicking in where it's supposed to be. I like it. I like it like that. Oh, and then I popped everything back off. Let's put it back on. All right, get back on there. Let's make sure everything's where it's supposed to be. All right. Oh, yeah. Did you hear that little click? Whenever you hear those clicks, that's always a good thing. You know things are exactly where they're supposed to be. Now we're cooking. Now, I haven't made a video this long in quite a while. I'm curious. Just a little Q&A here. Who enjoys disassemblies? I know a lot of you do. A lot of you don't. I'm not sure. I guess it's just as easy to skip them if you want, right? But sometimes I do the quick ones. Sometimes I don't do them. But used to, I did more, and I'm trying to do more of them from requests. But if you don't mind longer videos like this, I won't mind trying to fit more of them in. Otherwise, I'll probably do some quicker videos where I don't go through the whole cleaning process like I just did. But I do think it's a good idea every once in a while to have a video like this for newbies that have not seen me do the whole shebang, or they haven't found my... And I just changed this to a T6 for the pocket clip, okay? I did have a T8 on here for all the body screws. Now we're going to put this pocket clip on. Put this dude back on where it goes. All right. But, you know, there's new folks discovering modern pocket knives every day. And we have to, all of us, make sure in the comments, I can't always comment on everybody's comment, and I do appreciate it. Do support the channel and say something in every video. We also, I do random giveaways just off of comments on the videos. And we do those on the live stream. I do giveaways on every live stream. It's just another fun part of Friday nights. All right, are we solid? We're solid. Are we centered? Yes. Let's go to the big screen. All right, how's our action? Fast as usual. Oh, yeah. Okay. So it did get a hair smoother. It's almost drop shutty. And I can tell you right now from experience, when you have a stone wash with more use and more flipping, it just gets smoother and smoother because that little path where you put the KPL heavy, that path gets worn in really well. And then it gets even better. But I mean, I can't complain. That's about as drop shutty as it gets. Just give it a little bit. So what do I think about them? They both have great ergos. I like the action on them. They have great jimping. I like everything about this one. The only thing would be whether that's a problem for you with sharpening. And then this would be definitely a very warm spot on my hand, depending on if I'm choked back here like this. It is hitting me in the palm. That's very nice. And then the Mini, I love this thing. This thing is cool. I can see driving down the road using this as my little fidget flipper knife. This is nice and flippity. And probably a good fifth pocket knife. I doubt that it's going to be too large for that. And this would be a great one for the ladies also that have the shorter pockets. And a lot of times, like my wife, she can't put, a lot of knives won't fit in some of her pants that have the short little pockets. I know this one, she's going to like this one. I can't wait till she sees this one. We'll see what her reaction is, and we'll talk about it on the live stream this Friday. So there's the baby Rhino, and these baby Rhinos run around $59, which I think is a great deal for 14C28N, and the materials and how hefty it is, and having the ceramic bearings. That's pretty nice. So tell me what y'all think about them. Do you like them? Are you good, bad, and indifferent on them? And if you don't have an opinion on it, tell me what you had for lunch. And make sure you go watch this video. You're going to enjoy that. And until I see you again in the chats or the lives or the Hive stream, remember, live life in the present, keep a Band-Aid handy, and don't cut yourself.